Hi, the next stage of our making is to prepare our lapel for the facing. And it's quite an important stage. And if you want to be really precise and have a good outcome, so this stage is important. First of all, what we need to do, if you are followed exactly my instructions, you can use white tucking thread as your guidance, and also you will need your pattern, which is we're going to trace again the corner of the lapel. So you place it next to your tucking. Hopefully you're tucking in the right place. So you place that corner and use pen, any bright pen, like red. I'm using red at the moment, but you can use black if you want. And you trace that corner here, that side and that side. So that corner here. So it's very important you do that, which is that line will be your machining line. Then you need to do is just make it nice, follow line, which is mine in red, and I still followed my tucking thread, but I used the I used curved rulers. Let me just get. I used curved rulers to make it more consistent and smooth. And in certain places, my line gets slightly off the machine line, so that's why it's important that you identify exactly where you're going to machine. So it's crucial, this point, and also especially where it goes to the bend. So can you see that it's the curve, how the curve goes into the cutaway line, and that's point there when they two pieces join together, the line could be broken there. So that's why you need to make that lovely join, smooth line, and also including in the here at the bottom of your skirt as well. So make that nice and smooth. After when you identify your line and you draw a nice line, make sure it's thin line. Don't make it a lot of line by hand. Use the rules, use it, and of course, if you need it in some places to just do it by hand, do it. But as long as nice and thin line, because it's easier would be to machine. Otherwise, you would not know where to machine. The next part, you need to mark the you will need to mark the actual length of your lapel before your collar starts. So it's 3 centimeters. I think it's a standard. Everyone just need to mark. So from that, you mark 3 centimeters. If you can see that. So there, and you mark 3 centimeters. So that's my mark there. So that will be my lapel. And then from here, the collar will start. Now the next part is very important. When you're going to make a full gown, you need to transfer that line into another side. And to do that, you pin 2 panels together, that and that panel, right side with the right side. So you obviously can see your marking. You match your seams, the waist seam together. So that's matching your dart here. That's matching, this laying on top of each other. And this is always actually quite important to check, if you've got a chance to check 2 parts together when you're making a full gown. So you mark that, you pin that together as well, so it stays. And sometimes if you're only working on one side, one side gets more stretched than other, because we're obviously pressing in different direction. And march your skirt to make sure it sits on the right place. And if you do need to pin it together. So that side, and you check your pattern, you check how the pockets match together. You check that side seam, so I already put pin there. So matching all my seams, and a seam which is here on the side seam, both sides. They are identical. Okay, so the most important for now is to make sure that line sits on top of another, and you can check both sides, so make sure it's laying in the right way. If not, that's where the time you can correct, so they doesn't be one side is different to another. And then simply using your tailor's tucking method, and you just make it. So if I just do a little demonstration, so, and you just take that and transfer that line to another side. So as you see, I'm using different color, and that's what you can do as well. You can use different color for that. Especially that corner, but again, you can come back and use your pattern to get that corner perfect. And you can see another side, you already have some red marking. And that helps you to just to copy the right line. There we go, you've got those red marking here. And you simply flip over and then join those lines, join those marking in a nice continuous line, and take your temporary tucking out. That's it. So it's will be perfectly matched both sides. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next session.